Hello everyone. We now have our second episode of Legends vs. Rookies, and it will be between WidePop and Heatwave. And for our first fight, we see WidePop take on Ripperoni, which Ripperoni has not had a win in their entire career. Same with WidePop, as they went 0-5, only bot to do so in Rookie Bots, and Ripperoni has not won a single matchup in either Season 3 when they faced Copperhead to get into Season 2. The winner to get into Season 2, they lost that one. They have not won a single fight for Ripperoni, and if they could, and these are I believe the only two bots that I have made that are winless. And so whoever wins this match will get their first career win. Let's find out down in the pits on who that will be. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. And looks like it will be Ripperoni getting under, breaking off one of the forks of WidePop here. And Ripperoni gets under pretty dang easily once again. It breaks off another fork of WidePop. WidePop already struggling here against Ripperoni. As Ripperoni gets under once again, WidePop is struggling here against another winless bot here. And WidePop on the screws. It's not looking good for WidePop, as WidePop is now out of the arena. What an awful performance by WidePop. They under one single time against Ripperoni, as Ripperoni broke off one of those longer forks early on, and then broke off another small fork, which did not help WidePop in any case at all. And then Ripperoni eventually used the screws to get WidePop out of the arena and get their first career win. Now we see Heatwave take on Bombshell in the second matchup of the second episode of Legends vs. Rookies. And I believe we all know that by now that Heatwave from Rookie Bots has gotten a redesign, a lot more durable and a lot better forks. They have a lot more reliability, but they cannot self-right still, and they still have better reliability. But there's something about called Bombshell, which is very reliable, very durable in a lot of cases. So Bombshell can get under Heatwave here. Bombshell can pose a ton of issues. All Heatwave has to do is get under, and they can win the majority of the fight because Bombshell cannot self-right. Like I already said, that Heatwave cannot either. So this will be a very interesting matchup on who will win the ground game, and who will either knock them out or let them get counted out. Let's find out what happens down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. It looks like Heatwave will win the ground game battle. And already doing some damage to Bombshell as they get up on their head. And another big shot. Bombshell on their head. They cannot self-right. I think Heatwave wants to finish the job, and they do. Great win by Heatwave. What an easy fight for Heatwave. Heatwave got under Bombshell on the first exchange, and then got under him on the second, and then got them on their back, I believe in the only third exchange, and then eventually threw Bombshell out of the arena. Great job by Heatwave. Up next, we see a matchup between WidePop and Slammow. As we saw, WidePop, they lost to Ripperoni in their last fight. Now they take on Slammow, which went to Desperado in Season 3, and now has a completely new redesign. Hopefully more force on that weapon to perform better. And so WidePop needs to take control of this fight. Now they go 0-2. That's gonna hurt them here in Legends vs. Rookies, because they'll need to probably win their next two fights and hope Heatwave doesn't keep winning, so they can have a chance to make it into Season 4. And so this will be a very interesting matchup between these two machines. Let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. It looks like it's a very even stalemate there, but it looks like WidePop gets him on the screws a little bit. And here comes Slammow lifting WidePop up, already breaking off, I believe, one of those forks. And there it goes. Not a good start for WidePop here, as they're getting batted around by Slammow. Slammow's new design already proving it's more reliable, which is not a good position for WidePop here. WidePop not getting under anymore, with two of those forks now gone off that one side, which is not a good start at all by WidePop. And Slammow is having full control, as WidePop is showing why they have not won a fight in their career. And here comes Slammow once again getting under. Great control by Slammow, but there goes WidePop getting behind Slammow there. WidePop has to take control here, but they're not. And WidePop gets Slammow is under WidePop once again there. And again goes Slammow. WidePop is struggling on every level here. This is hard to watch from WidePop. And here comes WidePop as they put Slammow on the screws. They need to get him out here, but they don't have the reach to get them out here. Not a good start for WidePop, and this fight is over. Great win by Slammow.
Knockout.
What a win by Slammow. Slammow got under WidePop on every single occasion they needed to, despite some minor lapses. It was mostly Slammow that got under WidePop. WidePop had some good control for a little while, getting Slammow on the screws and getting some good control, but Slammow, on the other hand, just really controlled the pace of this matchup, getting WidePop on their back and kind of on their side, I guess, if you want to call it that. And Slammow's new jaw really worked to perfection, as WidePop never really found an answer for it. And Slammow eventually used the screws to get WidePop out of the arena and to get the win, getting their 4th career win for Slammow, as WidePop will now fall to 0-7 on their career. Up next, we see Heatwave and Gruff. Heatwave just took down Bombshell to get their 2nd win of the career, while Gruff, I believe, went 1-3 in Season 4, sitting at an 8-7 career record, 2 wins away from getting 10 wins on their career. We got by Gruff, and so this matchup is very interesting because Gruff likes to exploit very much weaknesses in bots, little gaps they can get their forks into, and Heatwave has exactly that. If Gruff can get in where they need to, they can pose very big issues and use that lifter to their full advantage on Heatwave. Heatwave has to make sure that doesn't happen and get some solid hits on Gruff. All Gruff needs to do is get that lifter in between that gap, and then they can have full reign of this fight. So let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Here comes Heatwave trying to do some good damage, and Gruff trying to get those that lifter inside of Heatwave. Did not work there, as Heatwave got under Gruff. Heatwave doing a good job so far. Gruff trying to fight back, and there they go. They get inside, and they slam Heatwave on the ground. Great job by Gruff to start this fight. Heatwave needs to be careful, and Heatwave on their head. This is already a bad start. Gruff can leave them there if they want to, but they're not going to. They're going to try to throw them out of the arena here. Does not work, and they slam them on a suplex. Great job by Gruff. Heatwave needs to make up some damage points here, as Gruff is racking up those control points. Great job by Gruff here. So far, a giant hit by Heatwave. Heatwave racking up some points here. Good job by Heatwave here. As Gruff now getting under, trying to at least. Good job by Heatwave. As they're going to get Gruff on the screw, does not work. And a good shot by Heatwave there. Trying to put Gruff on their head. So far, this is a great back and forth matchup. As Gruff gets their wedgelets inside, that lifter inside of Heatwave once again. And Heatwave not backing down whatsoever though, as they're really trying to fight back to win this fight. And Gruff gets a suplex once again and trying to get them out of the arena. This time I think they'll be successful. And they're really trying to, and they do. Knockout. Great job by Gruff. This is the best fight we've seen so far in this episode of Legends vs. Rookies, as it was back and forth for a majority of the fight, with Gruff getting at least 2 suplexes and slamming Heatwave down twice, and Heatwave getting 2 massive shots on Gruff. But Gruff's suplexes were bigger than Heatwave's big damage points, as Gruff had the majority of taking over, but the most control points, I would say, if this fight went to the judges. But Heatwave racked up damage points along the way, but in the end, it didn't really pay off for Heatwave, as Gruff use some of their suplexes and use that last suplex especially, that Heatwave on their back, and then eventually use that lifter to get Heatwave out of the arena to get their 9th win of their career. Next up, we see a matchup between Bombshell and WidePop. Bombshell just lost their last fight to Heatwave for them, with being very one-sided for Heatwave. WidePop had an L against Slammow, so now WidePop is sitting at 0-7 on their career, with still no win. And the only win in the spot, I think, of all the bots I've made. And Bombshell if they lose this fight, they will get their 10th loss of their career, which will not help them at all. And for WidePop, they will fight, although they'll go 0-3 in Legends vs. Rookies, which I believe they'll be basically out of it unless Heatwave loses their next 2 fights. So they really need to win here. So this fight will be all about ground game. Let's see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. It looks like a stalemate in the first exchange, and WidePop gets under, and there goes 2 of the forks of WidePop. Not a good start for them, as Bombshell got under. WidePop needs to win, and Bombshell's getting under once again. Not a good start for WidePop here. Bombshell gets under once again. There goes the last long fork of WidePop, and who's going to win this exchange? They both go on their back, but it looks like WidePop will win the exchange as they get self-right, and Bombshell cannot. It looks like WidePop will leave him there and get the count out. Great win by WidePop, as they will let Bombshell get counted out and take home the win. And get their first win of their career. This was a very interesting fight. WidePop got the first hit but then lost 2 of their forks. And then after that, it was Bombshell getting under and breaking out that last big fork of WidePop. But then after that fork was gone, it was WidePop getting the exchange as they can self-right, and Bombshell couldn't, because Bombshell was on their head and they just couldn't self-right. And so WidePop let Bombshell get counted out and took home the win to get their first win of their career. Great win by WidePop. Next up, we see a matchup between Ripperoni and Heatwave. Ripperoni got their first career win in the first matchup of episode 2 of Legends vs. Rookies vs. WidePop. And Heatwave, I believe, just lost to Gruff. So Heatwave is now sitting at 1-1 on Legends vs. Rookies. And Ripperoni is looking to get their second win of their career against Heatwave here. Even though Heatwave has the advantage in forks, if Ripperoni is smart enough, they can win this fight, even though with down less forks, as Heatwave reliability hasn't been tested. But Ripperoni has to get some lucky shots if they want that reliability to go away. They want that reliability to make a factor in this fight for Heatwave, or else they can possibly get Heatwave on their back because Heatwave cannot self-right. So those are the only really big ways Ripperoni can win this fight, because I don't think Ripperoni can get out Heatwave, and for Heatwave they just have to eliminate Ripperoni here and get him out of the arena. But we'll have to see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. With the bot, battle begin. It looks like I think Heatwave got the first exchange there. Hard to tell, but Heatwave is getting under Ripperoni. There goes Ripperoni getting under Heatwave now. As they're now getting under Heatwave and putting Heatwave on the screws, putting on their head. They can leave them there if they want to, but they're trying to go for the knockout here. Very interesting method by Ripperoni, but they test that reliability with a big jam towards Heatwave, and Heatwave breaks in half. Great win by Ripperoni. With the first 3 hits, it was going to look like Heatwave was going to win this fight, but then Ripperoni got under out of nowhere, got him on the screws, and then tested that reliability of Heatwave. That's supposed to be better reliability, and they got a big jam and rammed into Heatwave, and Heatwave split into 2. Great win by Ripperoni. Next up, we see Slammow take on Heatwave. When Slammow last fought, they fought WidePop, and they took him down pretty dang easily. Now they're facing a Heatwave bot, and Heatwave is sitting at 1-2 in Legends vs. Rookies. So if they don't win here, they're at 1-3, which would not be a good spot for Heatwave, because if WidePop wins the next fight, WidePop will get into Season 4. Heatwave would not. Heatwave really wants to win this fight against Slammow. I think they have better odds here against Slammow than WidePop did. I think they have a better ground game feature than WidePop. They might be able to get under Slammow easier, but we have seen weird things happen, and Slammow can easily also get under Heatwave. So I think this fight could go either way. So let's see who will win this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Cut the bot. Battle begin. Looks like Slammow will get under Heatwave here. And Slammow will get under Heatwave again. Slammow already doing a good job of getting under Heatwave, getting him on their back almost, and getting him on their side. Great job by Slammow, great control so far. There goes one of the little wedge parts of Heatwave, not making a big difference though, as Heatwave now goes under Slammow and gets a big shot and throws Slammow out of the arena. Good job by Slammow at the start, but then Heatwave came back later in the fight. It looks like Slammow was going to win this fight, getting Heatwave on their side eventually, and using that left to pick up protection. I think the Slammow spot will do great in Season 4, but good job by Heatwave getting under and then landing a massive shot to Slammow. WidePop just got their first career win against Bombshell. Now they take on a winning bot in Gruff. If Gruff wins this matchup, they will have 10 wins on their career, which would be awesome for Gruff. And if WidePop wins this fight, they will get their second win of their career and be on what you can say a 2-win streak. LOL. And so for WidePop, this will be a big win, as Gruff could easily get in that spot at a spinner, which would not be good for WidePop at all. I think they had an advantage against Gruff than Heatwave did. So we'll have to see how WidePop will stack up against Gruff. If Gruff can win this fight, or WidePop will win this fight. Let's find out down in the pits. Let's head over there right now. Let the bot battle begin. Good job by WidePop getting under, but there goes Gruff getting under and using that lifter in touch perfection. Now great job by WidePop as they make Gruff do a backflip on their head. Great job there, and a great job by WidePop here as they're doing a better job than Heatwave did here against Gruff. But there goes Gruff once again, getting those forks in between when they want to and getting a good slam on WidePop. WidePop is doing so good right now. They're getting some great shots on Gruff here. Gruff trying to get some points back here, but WidePop is continuing to land points. With Gruff only getting the lifter inside that spinner 3 times now. And WidePop getting some great hits. Good job by WidePop here as they're getting hit after hit. And they throw Gruff out of the arena. What a very good fight. WidePop probably had their best fight of their career. Or second best fight of their career. And WidePop did a great job against Gruff, getting a bunch of hits, despite getting one slam from Gruff, and for Gruff barely using a lifter to get in that between that spinner of WidePop twice. But other than that, WidePop put on a show, and they probably had one of their best performances in their career, getting hit after hit on Gruff, and letting Gruff never have a response after those 3 getting under by them, and eventually threw Gruff out of the arena. Now we have the final fight of the episode between WidePop and Heatwave. Due to WidePop and Heatwave both going 2-2 in this episode, they have to play each other to duel it out for one bot to get into Season 4. And this is better than me picking one bot to get into Season 4. And so it's better just to have them duel it out. They both got the same record in the episode, which will also, if this also happens in the future, a fight like this will also happen. And so for WidePop, they have to get under Heatwave to do any damage here. And for Heatwave, they want to get under WidePop, but Heatwave cannot self-right, which is going to be a big issue against WidePop. But WidePop has lost at least one fork in all 4 fights they've played in so far in this series. And so they just gotta hope that happens to WidePop once again. But we'll have to see who wins this fight down in the pits. Let's head over there now to see who gets into Season 4. Let the bot battle begin. Looks like WidePop will get under Heatwave here. WidePop will get under, and Heatwave now gets under. Great job by both bots getting under once here. And Heatwave getting under again. Good job by Heatwave. But now WidePop gets under and gets a big slam. Both bots looking for control here. Looking to get into Season 4. And WidePop is under again. Try to put them on the screws. And they kind of do there in a way. WidePop doing a great job here. And getting into the backside. And they throw Heatwave out of the arena. Good job by both bots at the start. But then it was WidePop getting the win at the end. Heatwave did a good job of getting under the second shot of the fight. But then it was WidePop more and more throughout as they got more and more of the ground advantage, bending up those forks of Heatwave. Then eventually got to their backside and rammed into the other wall, throw Heatwave out of the arena, and to get into Season 4. Great win by WidePop. The next time I see you, it will be Legends versus Rookies, Episode 3. See you in the next one. Bye!